So you're in LA for Rift Rivals now, and we're part of the EU Classic Rift Rivals team, which, didn't go so well for you guys. Can you tell us about your experience playing with some of the old guard and being a part of League of Legends history and Rift Rivals overall?
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the result, like you said, we lost in the end, but it was more about the experience and having fun. Did so much, and for me, it was really great to be able to play again, because I haven't really been on stage for a couple of years, and just the feeling of preparing for the game, putting your headset, checking everything's right, the settings. It made me a bit nostalgic and kind of made me miss playing. So for me, it was great, and I hope the fans had a little bit of fun before the serious games.
Yeah, and many are familiar with your career as player/owner, but these days you've been solely on the ownership side of things. Can you tell us, how do you feel about this shift in your career? Like, I know you just mentioned that you missed it, but tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's a lot different, especially when it comes to stress. I remember when I was a player, I was always really stressed, and I thought when I was more focused on everything else but the team, it would be easier. But it's actually the opposite, because now when you're watching and everything is kind of out of your control in the game, I get way more nervous than before. But besides that, I think it's a good transition. Like, it had to happen at some point. I wouldn't be playing all my life, and I'm really happy that I managed to stay in esports and stay with the team that I created and do something that I love, which is League of Legends. So I'm pretty happy and can't ask for more of how my life has been going.
Yeah, no, it's been a really good time, right? Going from world champion to creating your own team and really taking it into the next dimension here. So you're not here at Rift Rivals alone, right? You're here with your team, Origen, who beat TSM yesterday. So this year has seen the return of your team to the scene. Tell us about how you feel about Origen's progress in this year.
Yeah, this year has been, we started with clear goals of making playoffs by the end of the spring split and trying to improve as much as we could. We had a fantastic playoffs in spring, making second, which is more than we expected for the beginning, because we always wanted to take one game at a time. And now here at Rift Rivals, it was more of the same. We wanted to take the opportunity of getting international practice, because it's something we didn't have in Europe, and I think that's great for the guys to get more confidence, to open their minds and improve better. And when we get back to Europe, actually, if we learn something, which I'm sure we have. And yeah, we've started beating TSM. We beat Cloud9 today already. So it's been a pretty good week so far at Rift Rivals.
Yes, indeed. So let's look a little ahead into the future for Origen. You guys have proven that you're among the best in Europe, but what aspirations do you guys have for the rest of the split and even beyond that?
Yeah, I think we look at it always since the beginning with the mentality of one game at a time. But of course, I think everyone is thinking that we would love to go to Worlds. I think that was clear for everyone. And the idea is to just not lose track of it, but at the same time focus on each week, because to get there we have to beat every team, we have to be one of the best, and we have to qualify, right? So it would be pointless to focus on that now when we are playing Rift Rivals right now, and when we come back we have to play the whole split. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone is hoping to make it to Worlds and see what we can make there.
Of course, yeah. And so you mentioned this a little bit earlier, right? This is just like a tangential question, just for my own personal needs. But like, do you still play competitive, like ranked league at all, or what other games are you playing right now?
I do play ranked sometimes, but not as much as before. I think it has been decreasing. Like now I only play with friends. If I play alone, I don't play more than a few games. And then on my own, I have tried every game that came out. Like I tried Fortnite for some time, and I tried Overwatch some time ago.
Yeah.
I guess I like these games. I like the competition, but it's true. I tend now I'm a bit spoiled, I think, because of League of Legends. When I play one of these games, it's hard for me not to play to be the best.
Right.
And of course, I cannot be the best at every game if I don't put like 10, 15 hours a day. So I tend to get bored of all of them. But I still enjoy trying them, playing them with friends or with whoever from the team.
That's awesome. Are you still in Challenger in League?
No, not right now. This year I have been playing much more less. I started in January because I did play a lot when the season started. I made it to Diamond 3, Diamond something. But then I stopped playing ranked, and I think I got demoted in my main account to Platinum 1 or Diamond 5. So yeah, I have 50 ranked games this whole year. So it's not that many compared to before. That was like a couple of days before of playing.
Unlucky for sure. But honestly, xPeke, thank you so much for coming onto the show, and best of luck to your team in the LEC and in Rift Rivals.
Oh, thank you very much, guys.